rejoin. So TLS 2.0. Everybody ask your question in setup and analysis group so it can be together. This one say you no go gree marry your students. As how? Have you not seen a lecturer that marry HOD before? It's possible like mad though. Ask your questions everyone in the setup and analysis group, please. If you can't hear me, please exit and rejoin. Thank you. If you can't hear me, please exit and rejoin. Ask all your questions in the setup and analysis group. Let me just take one I saw in the one tweet. Good day, Sabii girl. Taking a sales scenario as a case study, after having a daily rejection, we see a break on the 4 hours. After having a daily rejection, we see a break on the 4 hours, but it didn't give a rejection on that particular 4 hours, but later gave a rejection on a resistance level or XBR, for example. Is it okay to continue from the point that gave the rejection on the 4 hours, or we are to abandon the setup entirely since we didn't get a rejection on the 4 hours break that occurred after the daily rejection? No, as long as you are still in that day, if another rejection shows up, you are good to take the trade as long as you are still in that day. For example, let's say like today is Sunday now, and then we have our rejection here, and maybe whatever candle was here, we just rejected here, for instance. Now, if we don't have any breakouts, if we have our breakout and we don't have a 4-hour rejection to continue, as long as that particular day is still ongoing, even if price creates more candles but later comes back to reject, at least let's say we have our OCL here and later comes back to reject here, this is where the previous breakouts occur and everything happened here, but price has moved till it closes 4 hours. You know how many 4 hours is this? After this breakout, let's say the breakout occurred here in this candle here. Now you know that we'll have 4 hours here, 4 hours here, that's 8 hours, right? Then we have 12 hours here. So no matter how long it takes, as long as it's still that day, because each day we refresh to our new day directional bias. Every day you get to get a new directional bias, so as long as it's still the same day, it's all good. All right, then let me go to the settlement analysis now. Hi Sabii, using a random pair, can you show an OCL analysis from higher time frame to lower time frame for a bullish market, please? A random pair. Can we use USDJPY? Okay, let's just use GPJPY. Yeah, GPJPY is actually a good pair for KM as well, and normal storyline directional bias all of that. Let's use that pair. So she was saying that we should give like an example for bullish. Let's see. Let me look for where like a rejection occurred in a particular day. I don't want to go too far. This pair was selling more. Okay, let me just see. So we have to follow all the criteria. So let's use this open close. Let me put something here to get it 4 hours. yes. Okay, this is where it occurred. So our breakout is this guy, the first year. Then we did not reject anywhere yet. Then our next rejection, let me use this guy as our rejection here. One hour. Okay, I told you guys we have different entries. We have the normal cam arrow like this. Then we have normal, using the normal breakout entry, where we have the breakout and then we enter from like this. And then we have using OCL at the extreme, which is after we reject and we get our blah 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 blah, we just use OCL from the extreme here. You know, it's always the extreme. Then so this is the three you can enter from, especially if that key level, if you want to enter from this second one, which is using the breakout, that key level has to be small, because you can't reach very big SL, except in a situation whereby you want to measure it like 50% of it, like this one. Now this is where it rejected now in the lower time frame, and then it broke out here. That breakout, you can use both fresh and unfresh. It's always high probability. That's the first one, which is the breakout, so you can see. So we had a trade. That person that asked that question, this is for you. But this entry, we did not use QMRO. If you had used QMRO, it will snub it. It will snub it. But this one is for this. And then okay, this one is for you. 1 to 3. So let me just take the next question. Somebody said, if you see he said, amen, be our wife, thanks for your guidance. My question is, if you see a key level and a KMR as a continuation, which one will you use? Okay, now it depends on the pair, if you ask me. All right, like me now, before I trade a particular pair, I make sure that I get familiar with what they like. USD JPY likes QMR more than normal key level continuation. SPX 500 the same thing, NAS 100 the same thing, and a bit of ZUS 30 or so. So it depends on the pair. But if I see QMR on USD JPY and I see normal entry like this, I will take the QMR than this one. Do you understand? I'll take the QMR. But if the breakout I want to enter from is 4 hours, I can carve out that 4 hours. You can enter directly from 4 hours. After that breakout, you just put your entry at the breakout. If the SL is small, but if it's big, you can just measure it. Maybe use 50% or 75%, depends on you. Because that lower time frame entry is still within that region, you will still find it. So it's left for you. Now the next question say, please check your JPY. There's an RBS daily rejection, but there's no breakout on the 4 hours. What do we do in that situation? If there's a rejection and no breakout yet, you have to wait for a breakout to occur. You have to wait. Alright, you have to wait for a breakout to occur, because that's the rule. Rejection, breakout, entry, or rejection, breakout, then rejection again, breakout, entry. let's follow up the next group. Let's go to evolution. Ask your questions only in setup and analysis group, so it will be easy for me to put it together. Okay, this person is asking what pair is this? GBP USD. Let's go to the pair so that if I'm explaining. Okay, yep. GBP USD. So he said, please, where will our 4-hour breakout be in this situation? Now let's first of all go to, before you get your breakout, you must get where that rejection is coming from so you can mark it. So let's see where he has his rejection. Okay, this is previous day candle. So I think his rejection is from this guy. Do we have any other person around here? No. So this guy. Now, why did I not use this one? I not use this one because it went downwards to this place. It tapped another level. So if there was, that's why I was checking if there's anything here. If there's anything here, I think even got up to this this guy safe. I think the main guy is here. It got up to that's even the main one. The last zone it taps on this open close. So it's asking where the rejection will be. First of all, let's mark out where this occurred. So let's go to the 4 hours to look for where his breakout will be. Okay, the breakout has occurred. This was the last guy here. So this is the last price created before it's rejected. So breakout has occurred. What you need to see now is a proper rejection. Again, if you want to go down to the lower time frame, you may need to see another rejection and another breakout. Let me check something. This thing happened when this was on Friday. Let me be sure about something. Let me check something. You see why breakout is really important? Let me go back to 4 hours to show you guys something. Now price is coming back to this 4-hour breakout and nobody knows. This is a QMRO, and this is where that breakout occur. Now within this zone, buys are very much valid to look for entries around here if you want to enter from 4 hours. Now if you want to refine to 1 hour, there is a rejection that occurred here, but the rules of this lower time frame was not met. Now after this rejection, what do we need to see in this 1 hour? We needed to see a breakout, and that breakout did not occur. I told you a breakout can only occur with the body of the candle. See, price did not give a body breakout. That's why it sold instead. You can see. So even in 4 hours, nobody must have gotten an entry yet, except the person is telling me that he or she entered directly from this point, which I don't think is even possible, safe, except you are targeting 1-to-1 or you are a swing trader. Then you'll not be targeting like your external low, external high rather, like this level now, like targeting either of these highs or you just here. Let's take another question. I don't know if I've answered you. Please, can something like this be considered as an open close killer because there's no gap in between the two candles? can something like this, I don't even see the this you're talking about. There has to be like some kind of spacing between them. Now you see all the examples I gave before. I'd love to know which of these key levels on job 25 you think price most likely to respect, and possibly your reasons why. I marked out the market structure in the first frame and bias breakdown in the second frame. Okay. Daily rejection POI. Um, Daily rejection POI. This diagram is not very clear. Even if I answer, most people will not even understand because they are not even seeing what you drew. I don't understand. Let me highlight. Moderator. Please. I think this what's this person's name? Search for the most recent question from Michael. Is it Oyime Michael? Something like that. That's the person. That's right. You write that question very well. It's not clear. Now let's take the next question. Following the higher time frame bias after the rejection on daily, then a breakout, a rejection on 4 hours, also a breakout on 1 hour before entry. It sometimes feel like price has sold massively or bought massively before entry, or I just ignore and still get an entry regardless. It sometimes feel like price has sold massively or bought massively before entry, or I just ignore and still get an entry regardless. I don't understand. Also, at the 4 hours breakout and rejection on 1 hour entry available, on 1 hour entry available entries seem to have been mitigated. I don't know what to do in this situation. On 4 hour breakout and rejection on 1 hour entry, it doesn't matter. See, if you check some of the KMRIs to enter from as long as price has not broken out, and you know our KMRO is just valid once our RBS or SBRO they are invalidated. Something like this. Now this is a resistance that becomes support, and then a failed resistance that becomes support turns into a KMRO. And for example, now our breakout for this key QMRO is somewhere around here. But before this point, price went to trigger this QMRO. You know, impatient people have already entered this trade, and now they are going and going. Price will just move. Now then price might give us our breakout here. You figure out that in most cases price will now come back again to this entry to mitigate it again, and then that's when it will now sell massively, because what happened, it gave a breakout to confirm that okay, lower time frame we are set to follow the higher trend. Okay, let me answer the next question. We start marking the SLQ after the last low or high of the internal. What about a situation like this where the highs and lows where the highs and lows are the same? If I use the first one, then it qualifies it as a valid SLQ, but with the second it doesn't. I don't know. Let me draw what this person is showing so that he drew something like this. He drew something like this, and then I think the next one he drew something like this. Then this. Then the last one, I think he's drawing it. He just get as B. Okay, this is just what this person drew here. Oh dear. Okay. So he's asking that in cases where these are equal highs, that what we he call this structure, this entire thing is liquidity. Price is repeat. Now I don't know, but in basic market, basic CA, that's technical analysis, I suppose that most of you must have already learned equal highs as liquidity. As this thing is now, it's an equal high liquidity, so all of them is still going to be a liquidity. You are not even supposed to make it a proper structure like the question you're asking if it's a valid internal. No, it is liquidity. This person that is asking about this stacking, that's what I started by explaining. Now I explained this stacking before I even started saying anything. I explained that already. I think Ken don't know. I already explained about that. Anybody that was here should please tell him what I said about it. Thank you. Let's move forward so we can take as much questions as we can. Then can you please show chart examples of OCL using bullish trend? It's just the same. Okay, chart example. Sorry. First of all, the trend have to be bullish. So this is an example of a bullish open close level. Two candles of the same color in the same direction. Then this is an example of a mitigated one where price rejected on it on the OCL as well. So this person said I should do the back testing myself and then send the recorded video that I'll have to make it faster. If I do it myself, I might not even be saying anything. You have to be following up, like, you know, the way they do all these videos to upload. That's how it may look like. I don't know if you understand it. Wow, this person have over 6 questions. This is the example of the bullish open close level. Please, I have questions concerning the open close rejection candles. Now, for example, if a bullish open close key level gets invalidated on the daily time frame, gives an inverse sell setup at both the 4 hours and 1 hour time frame, confirm a sell, but the 1 hour structure remains bullish and even sweeps inducement for further buy confirmation, what should I prioritize? Prioritize the higher time frame directional bias. That is it. Because at the end of the day, price is always coming from the daily time frame down to it. See, let me tell you, price cannot work effectively on the lower time frame than the higher time frame. No. Now if you see some people that are swing traders, you discover one thing, that they take less trade, but they are on the frequency have a very high win rate than people that trade as day traders. Why? Because if they carry directional bias from like monthly or weekly, that stands firm than even our daily. Our daily can be like intraday to them, of course. So it stands firm than us using lower time frame. That's how it still is for daily and 1 hour. Daily will be in 1 hour. Now secondly, if a daily open close key level gets invalidated and gives a sell bias, but the 4 hour breakout comes from an unfetched SBRO key level, how should I approach it? It doesn't matter if it is fresh or unfetched, as long as that breakout has occurred in that place. The breakout has occurred, whether it is unfetched or not. If a 4 hour breakout occurs from a fresh SBRO key level, but price never retraces to it and continues selling, then later forms another fresh key level, which one should I prioritize? Now once a breakout occurs it is the choice of price to go back to mitigate it, to give us a rejection there or not. If after that breakout price does not give a rejection, that is going back to tap on that breakout and then start buying, but continues buying once the breakout, and as price is going, let us say a bullish trend, as price is going, if it gives a new rejection in that 4 hours candle, maybe if it's open close that time, we have to forfeit that 4 hours breakout, even if that price gets back there for us to like enter with rejection. In short, if price is going back there safe after going upwards, it must have even invalidated like some other rejection to go back there, so it will not even hold. The rule of order flow still holds in this whole thing too. Then, should I wait for price to return to the original key level that caused the breakout, or should I focus on newer fresh key level since it's the most recent? Yes, focus on the newer ones. I love your vibe tonight, honestly, thank you. Okay, let's take question from TLS 1.0, setup and analysis. Please don't cut off the first part of the section before it turned on your screen. I want to re-listen to that as a guide and more. What first section is that? Except if I've not started recording that time. If I don't cut the recorded video now. Once I start recording, I just send it like that to the moderator, or I compress it myself and I send it like that. I don't cut it off. Thank God for life, Sabii girl. Glad you're okay. May God continue to protect us. Oh, amen. Please, I have a question as regard taking key level. Could you please go to the random SOA chart and just randomly show me the kind of key level you take after inducement have been taken out? No reversal, just fresh level that aligns with the trend. Let's see what we can get. I've not really been following up good for some time, so I really don't know. But if I'm still going to use the directional bias to follow up, wow, it seems like you guys are the good sell. Did you? This is, when was this? I don't know. Let me see what came out of this. Okay. Then the rejection, the breakout here. You know, after this breakout, say if a rejection occurred, very tiny one. Did it? Yes, it did. There's a rejection here. Let's see if we manage to get an entry on 1 hour. I don't know. 1 hour breakout. Okay, I think we did. Okay, see, let me use this thing to answer the other guy question as well. See that thing you were asking me, this is where the breakout occur, but price did not come back to mitigate this guy. What happened next? It started moving, but along the line while it was moving, it still created another entry. We don't care, we just moved to the next one, which was what, this new key level here. This is a proper support that became a resistance, and that is it. So you always focus on the most recent. Wow. So I think this should answer these two people. This is how I went from this is a normal way, so you can see, as simple as this. Let me use this. Let me try to get a normal inducement and disruption. Is this the inducement? No. Okay. Let me use 30 minutes or something. Wow. So in all this structure here, there was no structural liquidity inside this place. This is crazy. And I was thinking that price we claim this, and then that's how we go about this. It's serious. Okay. See, what we have here is a more of a field external so then field external high, this guy here, I think that's all. So it's just normal in between. This is not a proper structure. That's very sad though, for this kind of big structure, for all of it to be a structural liquidity. That's crazy. Like from here down to this place, they are all structural liquidity. Wow. So what the price do here is the structural liquidity. Wow. Okay. Somebody's asking a question: where should we be expecting the breakout, or is it safe to say it's the one above which was created the previous day? Please don't get out of me. This is SAU. Which is this the most recent structure? I don't understand. Where do you, can you just, this person here, what's your name? Promise Trade. Can you give us a structure? It said this SAU actually. I hope you guys know that you can get your inducement and disruption from 30 minutes as well. He said I should use 30 minutes. On 30 minutes, is there anything? What I'm just seeing is just the price formed a structure here. Still, this particular guy had nothing, but this one later had one. None. So it's just this guy. That's still a very, like, the structure is just somehow. Can the daily rejection and 4 hours breakout happen in the same day? Kind of. Now let us put it this way. You know that market closes by 10. So by that 10, it may open back again, just like today. Now market will open today by 10. Should have even opened safe. Let me see this movie. Yes, that's opened. It's already 11. So as price open now, you can count your next 4 hours candle. If the breakout is not very far, then you can get your breakout the next 4 hours. You can get your breakout in the next 4 hours. So it depends on where the breakout occurred. Let me take from another group, please. Before marking out the internals within an external, should I start from the above the previous inducement and social, or could I start from the strong low after the first break before marking out the internals within an external? before marking out the internals within and external. Should I start from above the purest instrument association? Should I start from the strong low after the break? I don't understand this. If you have your external, you want to mark out your internals. To be on the most clearer side of it, just mark out all the internals that are found inside that external, all of them, but you know that the most useful is the most recent two. Do you understand? I think I've answered most of this question before. Let me check. Ask your questions only in ask your questions only in the setup and analysis. So this person said I should help him check JP. There's one thing I'm also seeing when I was back testing in situations like this where previous candles are created like this. There's something that I'm seeing from here. I'm not yet sure. I don't really have any idea. I'm just that's why I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway, let me just keep it. So for now, on this JP 2.5, the last candle did not reject anyway. Obviously, last candle had no rejection, not here, not here. So we may wait until Monday close. This person, what's your name? Fab's tease. Please, ma, I would like to know, according to the live chat example above, can this be seen as the open close? Yes. Line A shows LBS key level and line B shows SBRO, but which one becomes the inverse of the other? I don't understand. I've told you the confusion of which entry to use when you see both a buy and a sell depends on the directional bias you get on that trade. Except you are somebody that likes to trade impulsively, you want to take both a buy and a sell, but the directional bias is your confluence to hold on that trade. Can we check GRO40? What's happening there? Okay, I think on this guy we have a rejection here. This was where he rejected for the previous day candle. This is a new day, so we have our rejection here. Why are you buying? You know I'm seeing your screenshot too. Why are you buying? Did you check this? Like, why are you buying? Why? What for? What you should be looking at safe is like price coming to break this guy here, and then you look for your sell. Nothing concerning this pay and buy right now, like at this instance right now, except if it doesn't give this breakout and it stay from here and it reverse, which I told you guys that is very very possible, as rejection is not enough to get a bias. If rejection is enough, after rejection we are supposed to get our entry. A breakout is as necessary as a rejection. So after this breakout here, you're supposed to get your entry. Most people say after the rejection they start getting entry, but that's not how it works. Is that a sell QMC forming on gold? I don't know. I already left that chart. I was explaining something. I was not looking at any entry forming. I'm sorry. That person on that GR, tread carefully, oh. And why is your um I don't where is your TP and where is your SO? Your SO is too big. It's extremely big. It's too big. Is this 1 to 1 week reward or it looks like 1 to half? It's too big now. Don't what time frame is that? What's your name? Ugochukuzila. No now. Follow your directional bias. Your SL is too big. Are you entering from daily time frame? It's too big. I don't know. It's just too big. Let me check question from here. Ask your questions only in the setup and analysis, please. Thank you. Can we enter directly with QML after daily rejection? You need a breakout. Rejection is not enough, because price can reject in the daily and before you wake up it has reversed. It happens, but it's just that if price reject, for example, if price reject on Friday, it's just very like it's not very common that on Monday it just start opening with buy. No, just as this rejection happened now on Friday we sell. You see that as price open it started selling, and it may likely give this breakout before morning. Do you understand? So you can see it's almost at the breakout safe. See, it's almost here. Let's check TLS 2.0. Can we mark structures on 4 hours? I found out market structures on 4 hours using nearest value POI helps. Yes, you can mark out your market structure on 4 hours now. You can. Quick one, please. Is it right to count this as rejection even though the daily support are on the left side? Yes, it is. Taking a sell scenario as the case study, after having a daily rejection, we see a break on the 4 hours, but it didn't give a rejection on that particular 4 hours, but later gave rejection on a resistance level, for example SBRO. Is it okay to continue from the point that gave the entire setup? We didn't get the rejection before I break down. Okay, this person is trying to ask that if we have like a rejection on daily and we did not see that breakout, and we see a breakout on 4 hours, but it did not give a rejection on that 4 hours, but later gave a rejection. I think I've answered this question before. I said you can use the newer key levels that are created. Like you can just continue with it. If price create a new rejection, you can continue with it. It's not compulsory that it will come back to that breakout to reject. It's not compulsory. Hi Sabii girl. Share the open close we should choose is based on the recent candle on the daily. No, it's always the previous day candle. The previous day. If you are using weekly time frame, it's the previous week. If you are using daily, it's the previous day. Like that. Even on this, you see what I was telling that person, right? Even in this daily candle now, on this weekly candle, this pair is still bearish. I'm not happy about that person that is trying to buy this pair, at least with no better confluence. Look at this is weekly close, last week close, this is new week forming. You can see that even on this weekly now, it's still rejected in this point, which is this resistance. So there's absolutely no need to start your day with SL. There's no need. Let me check something here. Let me take this out. All this one is just like losses that is not necessary to have. That's what they call those ones. They have normal um losses that we just know that okay, so just market doing its thing. No, okay, but love you better than like you. I'm not getting where that rejection happened. I want to know if the next should be this. I'm trying to get where it happens. This it. If this is it, then the breakout on the daily should be this. So how many days do we need to get this breakout? 1, 2, 3. I'm just saying no. Even this one candle safe can break out. I'm just saying. Okay, let me take this question. Image 1, we had a breakout and price did not reject completely with a week. We had a breakout, price did not reject completely with a week. Okay. Image 2, after price moved from the breakout, price rejected on the 4 hours OCL. Can we start looking for buys from the 1 hour after that happened? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, you can. You can. As long as that rejection has happened, you can. I'm currently on a sale on SPS 500. Do you see anything wrong with this setup? And can you enter a KMC if that key level fails? Let's check together. SPX 500. How did the previous day close? This is a new day, previous day. Okay. Previous day close with a bearish OCL. Let me check what the 4 hours is saying. I don't see anything bad with your sale anyway. Where the rejection occurred, then the breakout. Okay, I think another rejection that occurred now in the 4 hours is still rejected. No, this okay. I don't see anything. Your sale is correct. I don't see anything wrong. This is where the next rejection happened. This one broke with the body. This one did not get to this place. This is where the next one happened. So I'm not really seeing anything wrong here. Your sale is not bad. Sale is not bad. But what time frame did you use to enter? Is it from 1 hour? Rejection, breakout. It's like you already gotten your entry from a higher time frame also, or is this where you entered from? The sale from the higher time frame is very much correct. Your entry model depends on you, but the sale is not bad. Using like our directional bias, we can all see that it's not bad. This being the current sale on your GPI, what's the next? So okay, the next for you is to wait. Sabii girl, in some cases where price rejects with a week on a 4 hours breakout and then later close with the body after rejecting with a week on the previous candle, what do we do? That's why I said if you are entering normally with lower time frame, if after that rejection on that 4 hours, then you narrow down to 1 hour, and you have not got to your 1 hour rejection, you have not got to your 1 hour breakout or thereabouts, then you have to wait to see a new 4 hours rejection before you continue again. Yeah. That person that is talking about SPX 500, I just answered you now. Your trade is correct. That's why it's selling. This is your trade now. This is your trade that we're looking at. I don't know what you want me to say. You say, how do you know price will come to your entry? There's no price you go. You just know it's not coming back now. Please confirm if this is correct. Yes. That is your breakout. He's talking about Germany 40. Check gold or USD JPY. We just did now. We just checked that one for most people. What are we checking? Be specific. Here is the GL40 daily that gave the buying upper candle closures a few hours ago. The market opened. That rejection that you had on this daily that made you wanted to buy this GL40. The truth is that rejection has already bought, and I've told you guys that as long as I want you to narrow. Let me go back to that pair, because I want this person to narrow down. He's trying to tell what that person is trying to say is that where is that thing? He's trying to tell us that he entered from this rejection here, that he entered on Thursday. Now let's see, Thursday till Friday. Okay, let's check something. Rejection 4 hours, breakouts, rejection, most recent rejection here. If you enter here, you must have got your entry. Let me just give you benefit of that maybe you entered from here. Or should I start from here? Because this is where your 4 hours breakout rejection is. Let me start from here first. 4 hours, then 1 hour. This is where did you get your entry from? I'm not seeing where you entered from that video. Is it just me? Or did you enter directly from 4 hours time frame, which is after this breakout you entered from here with this kind of SL? Is that possible? Is it just me, or I don't understand what he did? And this is the candle that rejected and they're about to break. Okay. I don't understand how this person got this entry. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Okay, this was a can next day's daily key level for a sell under GL40 be used for the next sell for the next rejection to continue the sell? Can the next days, it depends on how their daily closure will be. If they continue giving us like daily and bearish rejections, then of course the sale can continue. What do you have to say about this mentor? That's normal OCL rejection. I think we have to stop here. We have taken really long. Sabii girl, I'll break out on 4 hours time. So should it be fresh or refresh, or it can be both? It can be both. We have to stop here, my fans, my friends, and my family. We have to stop here, please. It's already like a long time. We have to stop here. So guys, thank you for attending today's class, and see you in the next class. For those that did not hear what we said about stacking, please explain to them, and you can also give me your idea if you have any, just for previous price action and how to execute it on precisely MT5, even if it's demo anyone. But let's just use previous. Well, I've never done it before, so you can just give me your idea. That being said, don't think there's anything else. Thank you so much, and happy birthday in advance to me. Good night and take care of yourself. I wish you a profitable week ahead. Thank you.